And I said, what about breakfast at Fishies? I'm Mike Fisher, your trusty and trusted reporter. This is the Fishbowl. That is the star as we get you ready for Ravens. Guess who's in town again? It's Tom Brady, 7-time Super Bowl champion, the GOAT. He will once again be on the call. Week 1 at Cleveland. Week 2, he had the misfortune of being here for the Saints, as did I and 72,000 of you fishheads in Cowboy Nation. And Ravens Cowboys on Sunday afternoon, America's game, and Tom Brady will be the guy again. By the way, I'm Mike Fisher. Did I mention that? And we do Big J journalism around here. And we also think that Cowboy fans, even though the Cowboy fan base is the biggest, widest, deepest, that also means that it's got the most, the smartest, or the most smart. Now, because this fan base is so big, we also have the most dumb. We also have the most handsome, the most ugly, the most fat, the most skinny. We have the most. And I love every single one of us. Tom Brady has offered an opinion on how he's deciding he's got to do his job. And when I mentioned he doesn't care about the fattest or the shortest or the prettiest, well, okay, he does care a little bit about the prettiest. He's especially concerned about the dumbest. Diddly diddly dink, what? So Brady, in his new role as the top game analyst at Fox Sports, is that a 10-year contract? Sugar, is that a 10-year, $375 million contract that Tom Brady has?
It is.
$37 million a year. What? I'm sure it'll pay off in the end. Tom Brady's getting his early season fill of the Cowboys. Oh, by the way, thank you, BetUS, for helping muscle up this fine program. Fish at 6 tonight. We'll have predictions. Our Cowboy prediction for the Ravens. I'm a little scared, and I know you are too. At the same time that he's learning about the Cowboys, he's also learning how to do his job. He talks about his rookie season. And while he's getting his fill of the Cowboys, this strikes me as odd. He doesn't want to give you, the audience, Cowboy Nation, your fill of X's and O's. And he didn't use these 3 words, but he is offering a gentle suggestion that he's having to dumb it down for you, me, his TV audience. He didn't say dumb it down. The legendary GOAT came up with another way of saying it. Judge for yourself. Quote from, oh, and there's a swear word in here. What? Earmuffs? I know the kids are sitting around the breakfast table right now with mom and dad. You're eating your Fruit Loops. Oh, I could use some Fruit Loops right now. No, actually, what I'd like for breakfast, Sugar, if you don't mind, is a large milk, a cup of coffee, and a Pop-Tart. She puts butter on her Pop-Tarts. Weirdo.
I'm from Texas.
I'm from Texas. Put butter on my Pop-Tarts. Quote from Tom. Anybody can get on TV and talk about, okay, we're in cover 2. This is what you got to do. You got to read the high-low. No, first of all, anybody can't do that, Tom. Yeah, you have to be football smart to do that. So he says, yeah, that's fun. And that's technical. Should I say the S word or should I just bleep it?
Bleep it.
That's fun and that's technical, but people won't understand if I do that. The S word. So we've got to find simple ways. And I've got to continue to find simple ways to describe to people what's happening who are just turning in for those 3 hours every week. You tell me. By the way, while you're telling me, would you also please hit the like button and remember to subscribe here. 72,000 people hang out here at different times. That's grand. It really should be 100,000. That's what many people say. But anyway, if you're one of the people who hang out here and you haven't subscribed yet, would you do it, please? So make it a personal favor. And then also hit the like button too. That beats the algorithms and tells YouTube that you don't just want kitten videos, you want cowboy information presented in an entertaining way. Maybe even in an Emmy Award winning way. Did you hear the peanut gallery? Do that again, Marsha. Even she's impressed. Tom, I disagree. And I'm going through my guys. You disagree. Tom's greatest challenge, he was on the Sirius XM podcast, Let's Go. That's his podcast. That's the name of his podcast, Let's Go.
Isn't that kind of like Dax? Here we go.
It is kind of like Dax, Here We Go. But more boring, because nobody's ever done Here We Go before. But Tom Brady, I don't think he's the first or the last guy to say, let's go. Let's go. That's his slogan. Tom, you need to crank up, I think you need to crank up the enthusiasm and we've talked about this before. You know where the saying, over the top, came from, Sugar?
Somebody climbing over a wall.
Back. It comes from the theater.
The theater.
I'm on the stage with Shakespeare, and the people in back can't hear me, so I have to make my presentation over the top. I have to announce my lines up and over the top. Now you don't see me doing anything theatrical here. I'm stiff and boring. Wonk, wonk. No, I'm not. I say things like wonk, wonk. First of all, because that's the way I talk, right?
Yes, it is.
I just
100%.
Diddly diddly dink was not created for this program. It's just the way I talk. It was not created for this program. It's the way I talk. I present. But do I turn it up from my normal 10 to 11? I probably do. Tom, you need to turn up to 11, and who am I to tell Tom Brady what to do? He's been a broadcaster for 3 weeks. I've been one for 35 years. Maybe I should tell him what to do. You don't have to dumb it down. Not just because Cowboy Nation is so smart. Look at you, smarties. But there's something else. There's a skillion things that I don't know about football. I learn more all the time. I want to learn more. I want you, Tom, to show me, here's what you do in cover 2. You got to read the high-low. I want you to show me that. I want you to tell me that. You won't. I'll be able to understand that shit. I will. And you will. We all will. Or maybe it'll take us a couple times. Maybe the audience that's completely underinvested in the X's and O's in football, maybe it'll take a couple times. But you combine that with being entertaining and funny and handsome and all the other things that you're required to do in that job. I shouldn't say handsome, let's call it appealing. John Madden wasn't handsome, but he was appealing. And John Madden talked X's and O's a lot. He made his presentation feel like he was dumb. Like he was just a guy. But he didn't make you feel dumb. He didn't tell you were dumb, and he taught you something. Did he not? Tom says his greatest challenge is that. And I'm saying, Tom, we can handle the truth. By the way, thanks again to BetUS, betus.com. For their support of this program. Don't forget to head on over to betus.com. Use the promo code YouTube150. YouTube150. You get a real nice 150% deposit bonus up to $2,000. Thank you, BetUS. I make the argument to the contrary, Tom Brady, that there's an enormous mountain of dumb already on NFL TV coverage. It's a mountain of dumb. We don't need another dumb guy. We don't need another smart guy who thinks we're dumb. We need a way to communicate to the audience so you can help us be smarter. Who am I? Who am I to speak? Well, I'm somebody. That's who. I don't talk down to you. First of all, I'm really not smart enough to talk down to you. But the other day, we used the word professorial. And again, that's just the way I talk. Right, Marcia? I can't help it. If you think it's great, or you think it's ridiculous, or you think it's haughty, or you think it's pretentious, or you think I don't care. That's the way I talk. But then somebody says, what does professorial mean? And so I told them what it meant. That's all right. And now we're all got a little smarter. I want Tom Brady to help us be smarter so we can understand bleep. I want him to communicate it. I want him to teach it. I want somebody to. And who better than this 7-time, right, Super Bowl winning quarterback and future Hall of Famer to do that with a $37 million a year contract and a gigantic TV audience every week doing Cowboys and whatever the big game is. As Tom Brady learns his craft and learns the Cowboys, it's week 3, here he is again, Ravens at Dallas, meaning all 3 of his games have featured your America's team. He's also learning the art of the soundbite. And he said that's challenging for sure. That's challenging too. And we used to talk with Aikman about this. How do you take all this information and shove it between plays while the play's happening? There's an art to it. And Tom Brady says, I feel like a rookie out there. There's a lot of places and times when I'm covering the Cowboys or covering the NFL that I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm trying to feel my way, and I'm trying to remember, did I do this before? How did I do this? What works? And think of mentors that have shown me and helped me. But there's always something new. There's always new challenges. You always sometimes feel like a rookie. Part of the job is to help the audience feel like they're not a sophomore, that they're graduating to be a junior, that they're not a junior, that they're graduating to be a senior, that they're not a senior, they're graduating to be a rookie, and then away we go. Thanks, BetUS, for powering the program. Mixed reviews on Brady's navigation of the TV world so far, of course. I don't think he's excited enough. Some people think he's not smooth enough. And now, too dumbed down? Tom, you're going to be judged again this week. Everybody will be watching Cowboy Ravens. And in my judgment, Tom Brady, if you happen to be watching the program, feed us, Tom. Feed us smart stuff. I swear, I'm speaking for 72,000 fish heads in Cowboy Nation. We can take it. Fish at 6 tonight. Predictions. Mine and yours. Oh, and cowboyscountry.com, where I know that you're visiting 5 and 10 times a day, which my family, because somebody's got to pay the rent around here, appreciates. Fish. Out.